Okay, so pick up your needles or maybe your tea or coffee, whatever you've got, because today I want to talk about something so many of my students message me about: the fear of getting on a call with a native English speaker. Do you know that specific kind of dread? Phone rings, it is someone who speaks English like native, and suddenly your brain just leaves the building. Sounds familiar? For me, 100%. So one of my students told me something a while back that completely changed how she thinks about this. And once you hear it, I promise it is going to change something to you too. So this student of mine, brilliant, hardworking, and honestly her English was already pretty solid, but still she had this recurring panic before any call with a native speaker. It could be job interviews, work calls, so it didn't matter. Same feeling every single time, like heart racing, mind going blank, and she was convinced that any second they'd notice her accent or notice a mistake or they could judge her. But one day, after a call that actually went really well, she comes out to our lesson and say, "I think I finally get it." So she told me that she had made a small grammar slip mid-call, like nothing major, maybe S ending or something like that, and just kept going. And the person on the other end didn't even blink, didn't correct her, didn't pause, didn't react at all. They just kept conversation moving. And that's when it clicked for her. Here's what she realized in her own words. Their goal is to understand what you are trying to say, not to evaluate your accent. So, we build this story in our heads that a native speaker is sitting there like a strict examiner, mentally checking off every grammar mistake quietly judging our pronunciation. But that's not what's actually happening. They are not grading you. They're just trying to have a conversation. They want to know, are you understanding each other? Is the meeting moving forward? Is the point getting across at least? So think about it from the other side. When someone speaks to you with an accent, are you sitting there judging their grammar? I guess no. You're just listening for meaning. You want to understand them and that's it. So native speakers are doing the exact same thing with you. The evaluation you are so afraid of, it is mostly happening in your head, not in theirs. So the shift is huge because the fear does something very specific to your speaking. It makes you freeze. It makes you overthink every sentence before you say it. And ironically, that's what actually makes you harder to understand. And it is not the accent again, not the small mistakes. It's rather the hesitation. So the moment you stop performing perfection and just focus on getting your point across, even messily, even with pauses, communication actually gets much easier because you stop fighting yourself in the middle of the sentence and just talk. I tell my students all the time, a native speaker forgetting your accent 5 minutes into a good conversation happens way more often than you think. Because once there is a real exchange going, a real conversation, nobody tracking your grammar anymore. They're just talking to you and that's it. So the next time you've got a call coming up with a native speaker, it could be job interview, work meeting, whatever it is, I want you to try something. Before you pick up, remind yourself, They are not here to grade me. They are here to understand me. And shift your goal from sound perfect to make sure they get my point. And if you stumble on a word or reach for the wrong tense, keep going and watch what actually happens. 9 out of 10? Nothing. The conversation just keeps moving exactly like it did for my students. What I love about her story is that nothing about her English magically got better overnight. What changed was her focus. She stopped monitoring herself and started actually communicating. And that's a mindset shift, not a grammar lesson. So, if calls with native speakers give you the same knot in your stomach, I hope this story helps loosen it, even just a little. And if you've had a moment like this where a call went better than you expected, tell me about it in the comments. I would really appreciate it. And subscribe, because the next time we are talking about another relevant topic for people who are studying English. And see you in the next one.